Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a Bolt Carbine melee hybrid build for the tactical class in Space Marine 2 patch 13. Now, the automatic Bolt Carbine is one of the highest contested health recovery weapons in the game, on top of the fact it has an incredible ammo economy and the damage at close range is very strong, so it really is the perfect weapon for a hybrid build in my opinion, and also the ammo efficiency here is so high, you don't even have to take Emperor's Vengeance. You can just skip this perk for stuff like Steady Aim or Emperor's Judgment, which is pretty rare on the tactical class, so really strong option here. Now, for the perk tree, I do start off with the perk Headhunter first, moving here into the perk Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores health by 10%. Now, on this build, we are using Crack and Penetrator rounds for a 50% body shot damage buff, which means that this perk effect is super easy to trigger over and over if you're below 30% HP, so really good synergy there. And the next perk here I pretty much always pick up, which is Hone Precision. Equipped weapons maximum spread decreases by 50% when firing without aiming. This basically circumvents the 2 accuracy here entirely. As long as you're hip firing, your weapon is effectively a laser beam. I'm also taking steady aim on this build, so our weapon spread here is even better. So really strong option for that. And next perk here is Divine Might for a 10% damage buff. Into the perk here, Headhunter and Headhunter again for a 20% headshot damage buff. Down to the perk Extended Magazine, Divine Might, increased capacity, Adamant Restoration, or excuse me, Magazine Restoration. Into the perk Adamantine Grip and Divine Might again for a damage buff. And if you really want to have like the ultimate weapon spread reduction, you can go up here instead for Cleaving Fire, Adamant Hunter into Perpetual Precision, and Recoupment, because Recoupment is also very strong for damage reduction because armor restoration built into a headshot on a bolter weapon is just a very powerful effect. Now, for the secondary here, I do take the Heroic Plasma Pistol. Now, currently, the Crack and Penetrator rounds bug is still in the game, where as long as you swap to your bolter weapon while you have a plasma shot in the air before it hits, you will get the 50% bonus damage on that plasma shot, which is pretty cracked, and that is confirmed to be available for us up until potentially patch 14, because there will be no new hotfix for patch 13 confirmed by Saber. So for now, this is still functional, which makes this weapon even stronger, even if it's like a little bit cheesy. Now, for the perk tree here, I do start off with Plasma Collection first, moving here to the perk Rapid Cooling. Then I grab Plasma Collection again, Perpetual Velocity into Blast Radius, and also Plasma Collection down here into the perk Blast Radius again into Retaliation for a 25% damage buff for 10 seconds on Perfect Dodge. And the final perk is Divine Might, because on this build, we don't have, Plasma Boost. And also, I'm just going to assume that in the future, this perk will be fixed and I'll work with that anyways. So for that reason, the double shot will do like pretty much nothing for us. So I'm just taking it this way. Now, for the melee weapon, we do take the new White Scars Chainsword. Now, a big benefit of block weapons on a build like this is that as long as you get a perfect block, you get no gun strike, and gun strikes are tied to your hip fire key no matter what in this game, which means every time you have a gun strike active, you cannot take full advantage of home precision down here for your reduced spread, which does kind of suck. And the White Scars Chainsword kind of circumvents that. It's also just a very strong weapon in general. Now, for the perk tree, we do take the perk down here, Perpetual Strength first. Melee damage increases by 5%. Moving here into the perk Swift Recovery. Heavy attacks restore 100% more contested health. Applies to the following attacks: Quick Punch, Front Kick, Shoulder Bash, and Stomp. This is pretty useful for like both Majoris and Hormigaunt clearing, and like really any Minoris clearing, because usually those are the enemies that chip damage you in the first place. And next perk here is Perpetual Strength, up here into Perpetual Strength again, moving here into the perk Reverberating Impact for a 50% increased AoE radius on our Stomp effect, because on this weapon, you can pretty easily get your Stomp out while the Adrenaline Surge charges are up, because you have that 8 speed. And next perk here is Combined Onslaught, down here into the perk Heavy Onslaught. Then I pick up the perk here Full Throttle for the combo skip, and the final perks here are Hard Target and Majora's Slayer, though alternatively, you could pick up Extremis Slayer and the perk here Minora's Slayer, but you already hit breakpoints to one combo Extremis on this anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. And now for the perk tree, I do start off with the perk here, Crack and Penetrator rounds. Bolt weapons penetrate one more enemy, and non-headshot damage increased by 50%. On a bolt carbine, this basically makes it so Minoris don't exist to your build. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. This perk combo with the bolt carbine is like hilariously entertaining to just mow down Minoris enemies. So really strong perk effect here. And also it says functional with the plasma boost here or the plasma pistol, like I mentioned before. Next perk here is Heightened Vigor. After a perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you will deal 10% more melee and gun strike damage. Do not lose control for heavy hits and cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. This is just a perfect perk for no knockback in the game already, and on this build we are a melee hybrid, so definitely grab this option. Next perk here is steady aim. Weapon spread and recoil are reduced by 20%, and range damage against terminus level enemies is increased by 15%. This does allow you to just barrel stuff a Carnifex or like a Hellbrute at times, though I will say, if you want to pick up the perk here, Emperor's Judgment, for a free reload on a finisher, you can definitely do that. This will also function for gun strikes and stuff like that, so a really good utility option, and the 20% buff here for 10 seconds is also quite nice. Next perk here is Aligned Aim. Range damage increases by 15% for all team members. Now, you can really take whatever you want for the team perk here. Secure Stockpile is obviously cracked. Even Transhuman Physiology down here is very strong for CHP recovery, but to be honest, the Bulk Carbine is already very strong for CHP recovery on its own, but if you really want to have like that guarantee of HP, you could take this perk. I just think Aligned Aim is a bit better. Next perk here is Vital Data. Scan Extremis or Terminus level enemy restores Auspice scans charged by 50%. Moving here into the perk Battle Focus. A perfect time parry or block, it gives you parried enemy a mark from the Auspex scan. So whenever you block an enemy, you'll just barrel stuff them with your Bolt Carbine and just eliminate like any Majoris or Extremis in your way pretty much. The only time this perk is kind of worse than like precise calibration on this build is against bosses, but bosses are already pretty easy for us to mow down, so Battle Focus is a pretty fun option here. Next perk here is Concentrate Fire. The Auspex scan zone lasts 60% longer, and enemies marked by Auspex scan take an additional 120% damage, but they lose a mark when they leave the scanned area. This is an incredible perk for your Auspex scan. It may be a little awkward to play around with at first, but like as long as you know how your Auspex scan actually functions, it is a very strong option. And once you are able to properly put it down against bosses while they're screaming, or like a Carnifex is rammed to a wall, or Hellbrutes are slamming their hammer, it is very easy to do. So a great option here, and much better than things like close targeting here or the perk expert timing, in my opinion. Next perk here is Radiant Impact. A melee finisher additionally deals significant AoE damage in a 10-meter radius. The cooldown is 90 seconds. This perk is just top tier. I mean, a one-shot Majoris in a 10-meter radius. And just keep in mind that the explosion of this perk will occur the moment you hit and execute. So that means if you are like 5 feet away from an enemy and you hit the button, your explosion may not hit everybody you actually could. So if you want to go like right up to the executable enemy and then hit the button, it will work a little bit better that way. Now for the prestige perk options, it's pretty standard. We take Acuity first because we just want headshot damage on a Bolt Carbine, and moving here into the perk Steel Supplier, into the perk Resilience for more stim HP, and the final perk is Fortitude for health increase of 15%. And that is pretty much all there is for this build, guys. I mean, this build is pretty strong against Chaos and Tyranids. I mean, the Bolt Carbine really is one of the best hybrid weapons for any faction in the game, and hopefully this build guide helped you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to watch me live to ask me questions about the game or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description. Also a link to my community Discord. I also want to say a special thank you to all my channel members. Your support has helped me make content like this for like nearly 2 years now. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. Very end. Oh man, they made a medic class for World War Z, so we'll see. I know, guys, comment below what you think the new class will be. I really think at this point there's only there's only 3 options in the running. Only 2 of those I think are substantially relevant. That would be like Apothecary, Chaplain, or just this year. And I don't think it's going to be just this year because unless they're really lazy and they don't want to have a voice lines for them. Remember, we get a Chaplain, that would mean Leandros. I mean, it's true. But playing as Leandros, I think it'd be very popular in this game. I think people would love that.
Changing magazine. Commencing all space scan. Alien biobomb. That foe is going to fall for reinforcement. Rearming. Munitions here. Tossing frag grenade. Synaptic servants.
Just want a Terminator or Stormbolter. I'm afraid of all the options you might get in Space Marine 2. A Terminator is probably the least likely. I think you're actually more likely to get a Librarian in this game than you are a Terminator. Alright, that's some shit.
Fire on the gun list.
That guy just got murked by a spore mine when I was going to execute him. Are spore mines the most toxic enemy in Space Marine 2? I mean, yeah. I know, what are the top 5 most toxic enemies in Space Marine 2? Number 1, Biovore, and like by proxy spore mines. Most annoying enemies in the game. What could it be? Zoanthropes, I don't think they're on the list, but Chaos Spawn are overhated. Chaos Spawn are not that bad at all. I think that's just like a pure... I honestly think the hatred for Chaos Spawn is like pure skill issue. In the case of like a Biovore and like Missile Terminators and stuff like that, there are certain builds that just cannot interact with them properly. You kind of say that for Chaos Spawn balanced weapons, that's about it. Yeah, Chaos became way better because of Chaos Spawn. Well, that was all Ruby Marines, man.
Readying next volley. We cannot backtrack. Picking up equipment.
So if we get a silent gun skin with the Raptor pack, yeah. That'd be cool. I got the Raven Guards already, though. Tech Marines have the chainsword? I mean, maybe. There's a lot of weapons already, though. Okay. Okay. I see we're actually just trolling at this point. The drive-by every time, even like perfect dodge the first part, it's like no perfect dodge. Can't even perfect dodge, I think. Can't even get a gun strike. It's just a drive-by. It's just a student driver. Student driver real, see? Where's equipment in your opinion? Frags. I mean the base equipment they give you for free. Alright, and Rage of Hours, that's a toxic enemy. Chainsword and Tech Marine be dope. You know, they talked a while back about, oh, why don't we give more more weapons and more classes. Like, oh, we want to ruin class identity. And it's like, I feel like in a lot of cases, the class identity comes with how they use the weapons themselves, and not which weapons are on the class. Because when I think of Tech Marine and like the Power Axe, I don't think at all like an Assault. I don't think at all like a Bulwark. Completely different. The gameplay loop is like fundamentally different. So I feel like they're smoking the shit on that one. Tech Marine's enough for now. Does it really matter how much a class has if you don't want more options? Also, more options that make sense on the class. Like Power Sword for Tactical, Power Axe for Tactical. Are you going to make the Tactical too strong with a Power Axe? I mean, like, in what sense? Strong in what sense is the real question, you know? Like, to the point he's a detriment to the fun of the game for your teammates? I would say no. I think that's the only thing that matters. In a lot of cases. Because, like, what's actually hard to get in Space Marine 2 you can already do in the game? Like, what unlockable in Space Marine 2 cannot already be trivialized? I would argue none. I don't think, like, a slightly stronger attack for the Power Axe, and definitely the Power Sword. Power Sword's not even OP. Would be like the killer of Space Marine 2. Because the players that want to push up into things, they're not going to use a class like Tactical in the first place. Like, they're not going to be the ones taking advantage of an OP attack with a Power Axe. They're going to be playing Bulwark, because Bulwark's easier to do it with. The class identity seems to sit more on the class abilities and perks than does weapons for this game. In other games, the argument makes sense, but not this one. I agree. Like, I think that when it comes to class identity in Space Marine 2, that's almost entirely the class ability and perk tree. I thought the weapons were just too simple in the game in a lot of cases. Doesn't really matter that much. It's not like Dark Tide where dueling sword in every class. It's like, oh my god, it's the fucking dueling sword. Dueling sword zealot breaks the game. Or broke the game for a very long time. Right. Now we do have bonus terminus damage here. We should be able to do quite a bit. Oh wow, he's actually flying too high up. This bitch. Your brain.
Changing magazine. Activating all space advantage. We have elixir. Only after we activate the consoles can we enter the fortress, brothers.
Just one combo, these guys. Feels good. That's a little dangerous. You gotta go.
We launched that cystic Xenos monstrosity.
The Bull Carbine can't stop winning. As long as it is not egregiously game-breaking, then who cares? Add shit. Unless we have the sniper and heavy and melee weapons, it's probably fine. I mean, I agree. I think like Saber is super strict on a balance, or like their idea of balance in a game that is not very balanced. Like there are weapons that are disproportionately powerful, like the Deathwatch heavy bolt rifle is disproportionately powerful, along with the grenade launcher in siege mode, and then the Pyre Blaster and the Deathwatch heroic heavy bolt rifle are disproportionately powerful in the hard strats and operations mode. Like it would take a lot. It would take a lot more in a power axe or a power sword in a class to like truly break the game. What version of the bolt carbine is that? This is the automatic variant, the ammo reserve option. What's up, FTG? What's up, Kyle? What's up, hey? Low-key, the ranged weapon gameplay variety is pretty low in this game. Most bolters feel similar. Give Techme a rocket launcher or something. I think that most bolters feel similar when they're automatic. I'd say the bolt carbine actually does a pretty good job at this, but the single shot ones definitely feel different. I'd say like the only major overlap in bolters, in my opinion, would be like the bolt rifle, heavy bolt rifle, and auto bolt rifle. Those don't feel different at all, really. I mean, they feel different in power level, but like in actual gameplay, they're very similar. Lord Vegeta with a 30 stream watch streak. Fuck yeah, brother. No, I don't actually have secure stockpile. That's a bit of waste. Also, I put fire like 2 feet in front of my face. Maybe not the best idea ever. If you don't know, would know, is the one-handed Thunderhammer going to be for multiple classes? We have no idea. All we have is a community post for that one. That's the only info on it. I would imagine this, yeah, like I would almost guarantee it's going to be for multiple classes. It's probably like Bulwark, Assault, maybe Vanguard. Probably not Vanguard. But I would say Bulwark and Assault are pretty likely to get that. And the Chaplain, whenever that comes out, whatever like new class is going to be. I'm also pretty sure that one's coming out in like patch 15. I think that's the first time I used my secondary the entire game. First in a bolt carbine lifestyle, okay. Shit. Oh, they add more armor slots? Yeah, 4 armor slots is kind of low these days. I also just realized we're gonna have a very obnoxious time at the end here because our secondary has like no contested health recovery. That would be a really cool Bulwark. I mean, I think it's like guaranteed to be on Bulwark. A little flop. Shit on loser. Alright, let's do next.
Zoanthrope will not be troubling us any further.
Oh shit, I fucked up. Do the old-fashioned way.
Alien bioweapons stand triumphant over the tyrannies. Rearming.
We'll grab the ammo here in case we have like a boss fight up ahead.
Take all you can
Is patch
carry.
15 year 3 right? Yeah, patch 15 September. So, already know that. Because patch 14 is going to be a smaller patch than the last one was, the last two. Now, patch 15, I don't know, they've actually done a pretty good job at, like, gassing up these last two patches. So, like, whether or not patch 15 will be bigger than patch 13 and 12, in terms of content, it'll probably be the same. I think people are getting their hopes up for the Chaos Siege mode a little too much because they said it's a spin-off mode, so it's probably gonna be, like, less substantial in the main Chaos mode, the main mode.
Watch out for rabbit tunnels. Neutralize the Xenos behemoth.
Yeah, we can do better here.
Synaptic serpent swarm. Battle power unleashed. Zoanthrope is no more. Readying its volley.
We should be able to nuke them down. We don't have precise calibration here, but that's okay.
Enhanced visuals incoming.
We don't need it.
Inserting fresh magazine.
Especially when he's brain dead.
Impressive cleansing, brothers. Tyranids have no migrant. It dug its own grave. Changing magazine. Increasing. That is our way to the battle, my brothers.
The Bolt Carbine's just that gun. I gotta say, I think as far as bolter weapons go, the Bolt Carbine is probably one of the best in the entire game for both factions. It's pretty hard to beat.
The Emperor.
Yeah, so what enemy do you hate the most? I mean, it's definitely Spore Mines, like as a functional enemy. I mean, Biovores are annoying, but they're annoying because like it's effectively a crack dealer. Okay, actually, maybe some people like crack. It's effectively like an unfun dealer. All right. Like, the Biovore just dispenses trash, you know? Like, if I get a shit piece of candy out of a vending machine, I don't blame the vending machine. It's like, who put that candy in there?
Above us, but not for long. The defensive cannons will terminate it.
I don't know what crack you were getting, dude. The highest quality, of course.
Rearming.
Only crack we get is crack builds. Playable Chaos is gonna be so cool. I'm working on a sniper PvP armor before it arrives. I wonder if it's gonna actually give you a reason to play the PvP. Like, is it gonna transfer over? Or will it be a separate mode? Maybe they'll finally be combining PvP with PvE. Gentlemen, what's up, Inquisitor? We were currently talking about the Chaos Siege mode is coming. We're on the same page. My only concern is that Saber might have become too ambitious. Space Marine 3 in the game, I feel unpolished. Well, Space Marine 2 is the most successful game Saber has ever had by like leagues and bounds. So we'll see what they do with Space Marine 3. I imagine it's going to be pretty hype. Pretty great.
Press the attack. Do not let them recover, brothers. The tyranny aims for us. Back away from its toxic expulsions. Keep at it, brothers. Show the tyranny.
Chat, join the Discord. It's true. Everybody who's not in the Discord, you should definitely join the Discord. We're approaching 3,000 members in there.
Do not let its waste poison.
Hop on in, boys.
Press the attack. Do not let them recover, brothers.
Way cooler than the Space Marine 2 official Discord. We don't time you out for we don't ban you from the Space Marine 2 Discord or the community Discord if you ask us a question at 11 a.m. instead of like 12 p.m. Did you hear about that? Like in the official Discord for Space Marine 2. Okay, it actually is doing this. You're so cool.
No enemy reinforcements will interrupt us now. Generator is active. The tyranny. Let us fire at the tyranny.
To be honest, I think Siege mode kind of lacks for rewards wise. I mean, it always has. I think the bigger issue with Siege mode is it just takes too long. What's up, Muffled Orc? Right, you also have laser, I see.
Keep at it, brothers. Show the tyrannies no mercy.
Not true, I showed up at FTG's house at 4 a.m. Not only did he ban me, he also called the police. Oh, why would I ever do that?
We can finish this. Take cover, brothers. Away from his filth, brothers. Their numbers are no match for ours.
Waiting for fire command. Aim and fire with sidearm when ready, Master.
The tyranny aims for us. Do not let its waste poison you.
The only downside of this build, thank God we're not dealing with like the last shot we need here. Alright, that's actually just a replacement for that. Okay.
Lance cannons ready. Establish target with a side arc to initiate offensive protocol.
Take cover, brothers. Away from his filth, brothers.
how did I lose track of something so large?
Aims for us.
Searching for target. Minister.
Back away from his toxic exposure.
Alright, this is like the least cool Hierophant of all time. He's like, oh, let me just cheekily hide behind this massive pillar, dude. That feels like something your little brother would do to you if you're playing like a Godzilla game, okay? That's the kind of cheese I would not expect.
Take cover, brothers. Rouse the last cannons and keep fighting, brothers.
Increasing response severity.
Hive mind tactics. Pretty effective tactic. Yeah, but who else is excited for the remastered Godzilla game coming out? Dude, I don't give a fuck about the Godzilla game.
Fresh magazine.
We must replenish the last cannons so we can eliminate these tyrannids.
That's becoming increasingly
Aims for
annoying.
us.
This last one always takes forever.
Tyrannies have no right.
Well, my brother take your Tylenol this morning? Unfortunately, no. Afraid not.
Next volley.
The auxiliary generators give us more fire to cleanse this infestation. Take cover, brothers. This is done.
Oh shit.
Charge restored. Resume the bombardment.
Alright, this time for sure. I said usually this map will spawn a bunch of random bullshit at you like the very end. Like this, but like look at our bull carbine go.
Changing magazine. Hostile backup on the way.
Bang.
Their numbers are no match for our training.
See, I told you, every time.
Synchronization complete.
Trying to have fun.
The tyranny aims for us. Away from his filth, brothers.
Raven and destroyed. Dignity must love crawling beneath us.
That's the benefit of being a melee hybrid build, though, that you can kind of just mop those guys.
Weapons ready. Awaiting target. Aim.
Take cover, brothers.
Sidearm to commence.
Ravener coming out of the ground dead. Yeah, they can take damage under there. It's always pretty funny to see.
Titan is defeated. We can target the towers, Captain. Take the shot on those damn towers and unleash the firemen.
Also, you'll be able to choose the loadout for your weapon, yeah. That would be pretty nice. Oh, extra weapons that time.